Good afternoon.
Well, sir, and who are you?
I am Mr. Paul Mallows. You may have heard of me in connection with the Indestructible Bicycle Company, and who are you?
I am Mr. Morris Marsh, the owner of this factory. And what may be your business?
I did think of buying shares in this company. I suppose there'd be no objection to the chairman of another company buying shares in it?
No.
Of course not. I was sure you wouldn't think so. Oh, and by the way, will you have another piece of court plaster now? See, I have it here for you. Oh, come, don't be frightened. I admire your cleverness, Mr. Mallows, and I shall arrange everything pleasantly. As to the court plaster, if you'd rather not have any, you needn't. You have on another piece now, in any case, I see.
What do you want?
Man alive, I'm not going to cut your throat. First, I want my reward.
What reward?
The 100 you promised if I discovered who placed that chair on the track. Well, I have done.
But how? I mean, who?
Who? Oh, come, don't let's waste time. Yourself, of course.
Damn it, sir, how dare you?
I can't abide bluster. 100 pounds, please.
I'm not to be bounced like this. What proof do you have?
Suppose I have none. Suppose I merely publish abroad that you, Mr. Paul Mallows, alias Marsh, oh, and I like that too, Marsh, Mallows, that's good. I like a man with a sense of humor. Suppose I publish abroad the fact that you are the moving spirit behind this shoddy adventure.
Well, if you put it like that...
Oh, as it happens, I have ample proof. The fact is, Mr. Mallows, you are much too clumsy with your fingers. You tear your finger opening your brougham door. You borrow a piece of court plaster from me. And you're careless enough to let a thread of it get carried away by a nut on that chair which you pitched onto the track. Still, I suppose you must have been nervous. See here. I found it last night. Now, will you give me that 100?
Well, then I must, I suppose.
Oh, so much for that. No, I must say you're not paying with all the pleasure and delight which you spoke of at the time. But I'll forgive you. There, that little hors d'oeuvre is disposed of. Now, let's proceed to business. Oh, my dear chap, don't look so ashamed of yourself. You were merely disposed for a side flutter, weren't you? Well, that's nothing to be ashamed of. Everybody does that.
And there's a great deal of money going.
Precisely, and since everybody does it and there's a great deal of money going, then you're entitled to your share, aren't you?
Well,
of course you are, and I'm exactly of the same mind, so we're evidently a pair and naturally intended for one another. But I want you to understand that I have gone every step of the way by fair work. First the thread. On the strength of that, I sent my long-suffering assistant Farish to Exeter, where he tells me your works consist of a deserted cloth mills with nothing on it of yours but a signboard and only a deposit on rent paid. Next, my other assistant wires me a report of your make-up adventure this morning. Clarkson does it wonderfully well, doesn't he? You see, the telegram which brought you here was not from your confederate, as perhaps you fancied. I took the liberty of summoning you here myself.
what for?
More business, strictly business. What else?
State it.
Oh, I shall. Never fear, you'll find me frank to the last. It would appear that you intend to offer the public the very rottenest bicycle company that ever existed. You hire a professional cyclist. You go to really rather extreme lengths to ensure that he becomes a champion on a machine which no doubt you had specially made by another firm. The Indestructible, perhaps. Whilst for ordinary sales, I imagine you buy in bulk so much 100. and jolly them up with this rather arresting transfer and hope to sell them at a fat profit when Lant, on the very eve of going public, wins the 50-mile race. And by the time they fall to bits, you've skipped, leaving a few dummies and the wretched shareholders to stand the racket, if there is one, while you, greatly enriched, remain unsuspected, a man of account in the trade, all the time. Isn't that about the size of it?
Well, yes, that was the notion, since you speak so plainly.
And it shall be the notion. Everything shall be exactly as you planned, with one exception, which is, you'll now divide your plunder with me.
You? But I've only just given you 100.
Oh, come, Mr. Mallows, don't be vulgar. We're not talking in hundreds now, but thousands, and not one either, but several.
This is blackmail.
There's a word I don't care for.
Well, isn't it?
You admit to having planned a scandalous robbery?
Well, yes, more or less.
If I refrain from exposing it, I shall be promoting it, shall I not?
Well, I suppose you could say that.
Very well, then. I want paying for it.
Oh, that's circular logic.
Have you no moral sense? Can I shut my eyes and allow your iniquity to go in unchecked without getting anything in the way of damages for myself? Perish the thought!
How much?
We are to be respectable brothers in rascality.
Well, if you say so.
Oh, I insist. So we shall divide, as brothers, fairly.
Yeah, what do you call fairly?
Half and half.
Yeah, what?
I shall want a guarantee. I have a bill at 6 months for £10,000. All it requires is your signature.
Over my dead body.
If necessary. When a satisfactory division has been reached, you can have the bill back. I won't even charge you for the stamp.
But half is out of the question.
Oh, I do hope not. For your sake.
What after all the trouble and worry and risk I've had?
Look, I've only to raise a finger for that to put you in jail.
But hang it, be reasonable.
I'm being extremely reasonable.
You're a mighty clever man, and you've got me on the hip, as I admit.
Oh, my patience, while great, is not inexhaustible.
Say, 20%.
Oh, come, you're wasting time. You can have half or nothing or go to jail into the bargain. Choose.
Just consider.
Choose.
Really, I want that money more than you think.
For the last time, choose.
Well, if I must, I suppose. But I warn you, you may regret it.
Oh, you just sign there, and I'll do my best not to be pessimistic.
There. That's done. You've won, fair and square.
Oh.
I won't grumble anymore. Now, since we're brothers in rascality, as you put it, perhaps you'd care to make a fraternal tour of the works. There's not a lot to it. And you've already worked out the basic operation for yourself. Yeah, but this does represent quite a considerable capital investment. It's an oven. You see, the frames and various parts hang on those racks up there when the enamel is laid on. And then all these gas jets, do you see, are lighted to harden it by heat. Well, now it's half yours. You might take a bit of interest. Look, the gas jets, here. I warned you you might regret it. Well, how long do you think it'll be now before I get that bill back, eh? Between the gas and the lack of oxygen, I'd say a matter of minutes, wouldn't you? Unless, of course, you strike a match and blow yourself up. That's your choice. Very quiet all of a sudden. Or are you reviewing your past life, as they say a drowning man does? Or are you already unconscious?
Try to kill me, would you? Try to drown me. burning gas, would you? Well, I tell you, I've drowned men in water for less. What's less?
Please,
There's no more honor between thieves now.
Mercy!
Mercy, is it under your mercy?
You shall have anything you want.
Oh, it's too late for that now. By the time I've done with you, I shall drag you out of here, and I shall proclaim you, and I'll present that.
Don't!
You'll rue the day you try to best me.
Don't!
Ah!
Stop there! Unless it was built up.
Is this another of your tricks?
It's the gas, Dorrington. Don't you see? If it reaches the light from that lamp.
You have a point there.
And so, it's stalemate, do you see?
Is it? Here, catch!